Well, hey guys, it seems like one of the most common questions we get here out of all the videos that we shoot, either in the comments section or via PM through Facebook or emails or whatever, is what kind of saddles are you guys running? And you know, we went through a whole lot in the last several years. You know, way back when I wrote the cover story for Peterson's Bow Hunting on Saddles, it kind of, you know, it helped. I'm not saying it's responsible, but it helped kind of spur on the explosion of saddle hunting. And you know, I did a ton of research for that, ton for that article. And you know, I reached out to both Arrow Hunter and Tethered at the time, and both of those companies were kind enough to send me saddles. I'm very appreciative to this day for Sophia Sparks sending me a Kestrel and Greg Godfrey sending me a Mantis. And both of them sent me full kits of everything. And I got to try them, play with them, write about them, obviously take pictures for the magazine article. Some of those pictures are still floating around all over the internet. And you know, we went on from there, from the Kestrel and the Mantis, and then I tried a full-blown Flex and then a Kite. And you know, I've sat in a Phantom, and I've owned a couple other different prototypes, working working with companies in the industry. And you know, I think, you know, like I said, I think this is our 9th saddle. So why have we settled after all that, all the experimentation, all the running and gunning with saddles and everything? Why have we settled on TX5? So this video is going to explain that to you a little bit, show you some of the things that we really like about them. There are a ton of great saddles out there, and there's a ton, to be quite honest with you, there's a ton of great saddles out there that we haven't tried yet. Just being very honest with you. So I'm not saying this is absolutely the best saddle out there on the market right now, because there's some I haven't tried, and I can't say it is the absolute best if I haven't tried something. I'm not like some of these pro staffers that go, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread, and this is the best ever out there at all, and they haven't even used anything but the one they're trying. So there are, you know, quite honestly, there's a few saddles out there I haven't tried. But we really, to be honest with you, we didn't feel the need to go looking any further after we stumbled upon TX5. We got to meet Matthew Tompkins. Well, I've never met him in person, to be honest with you, but I've spent a lot of time talking with him on the phone, a lot of email conversations and private messages back and forth, and we've just done a lot of work together over the last year or so. And you know, this is my 3rd TX5 saddle. And once he started building a couple for me, and I bought a couple, and I'm like, I just didn't feel the need to go look for any further. That's just being blatantly honest. And so we're going to show you what we like about it, what are the features and benefits that really that we love. And we'll get into it here a little bit. You know, the one of the things that if you don't know about TX5 is right now it is the official title is TX5 Custom Gear, and Matthew is exactly that. He can make custom gear. If you send him your favorite camo pattern of choice, mine obviously, if you don't know, is Predator Fall Gray. Love that pattern for a variety of reasons. That'll be another video down the road at some point about open concept camo and how it breaks up the human outline and things like that. Love that camo. So I actually bought some from a textile mill, bought a whole row, I mean more than I'll ever need the rest of my life. Sent a big old swath of it to Matthew, and he built this saddle for me. Also, one of the things that he surprised me with is he built me this dump pouch, and this is the first nice dump pouch I've ever had. You know, a lot of you guys know I've just used the old Amazon tactical pouches for $9.99 for the last 3 or 4 years, and they've sufficed. They've been okay, but you know, they are a little noisy. You'll hear that feedback. They're you know, kind of a brittle nylon, really hard, and this thing is super soft. Matthew sewed on a mesh pouch here so I can pull out the white gold and let the milkweed go and figure out where I need to shoot that deer at before he hits my scent lane. But it's nice. It's collapsible. It's got a, you know, almost something like a Night Eyes gear tie built into it, so it'll stay open when I want it open. It'll collapse. It also has a drawstring in it. And the nice thing about this pouch is kind of long compared to what I'm used to, and that's nice. If you see where I push in, I've got a full 8.5 foot, I believe, tether, an 8.5 foot lineman belt, and a 25-foot hoist rope, all in right there. Of course, I do use 8mm Sterling Oplux for those materials. But we're about, as you guys know, we're about to embark upon a new adventure. We're going to take up one sticking, see if we like it. We may love it, we may hate it. I don't know, but I think we're going to like it. But you know, with one sticking, you're going to use a lot longer rope because you're rappelling down and things like that. So most people, what we're going to start off with is 40 foot of Sterling Canyon rope. And the nice thing about this pouch is I don't have to go order or buy another pouch. It will serve dual purpose, dual duty. We'll be able to put 40 foot of cane rope in this pouch and not have to go buy a different pouch. The way it attaches is he's got these little quick links that go through the molly loops here, and he sews his molly loops right here in this section extremely tight, which really benefits you when you stick these quick loops through. You have to turn them sideways to get them in, and when you turn them back, they are not coming out. And I've used some other ones, another dump pouch from another manufacturer that was built very similarly, and I lost it 2 or 3 times in very short order. And I turn around and luckily, you know, I tether or girth hitch my lineman belt to my lineman loop, and I felt myself dragging something. I looked around and my dump pouch and everything was 35 foot behind me or so. Or whatever it was, so I was dragging stuff. This is not coming off. It's really on there super tight. So anyway, let's spend a little time showing you the features and benefits and why we chose this saddle. Hey guys, one of the things that's a new innovation this year, or it's going to be released probably in the coming months here soon, but I've got a chance to test it out myself. Matthew asked me if I wanted him to build it into my current saddle that I was just getting. And it's something I really can't quite talk about yet, but it is really a great benefit to not having hip pinch here. And the reason why is if you look at how this bridge is made here, it's a lot of saddles are really want to collapse right here. And we'll show you that on a different saddle here. And the neat thing is he has built some features into this, and they're going to be explained a whole lot more coming up. I promised him that I wouldn't give the secret away yet until he's ready to kind of bring it out to the public yet. But there's some cool things he's built into this to keep the hip pinch from becoming as much a factor as it is on traditional saddles. If you notice here, if you see the way that this bridge right here, and it goes right past these viper loops, and the bridge is built into the harness, the integral part system of the saddle itself right here, and it's really wide and open. The great thing is he's got a system that keeps it that way. And so let's take a quick second here and show you a competitor saddle. Great saddle. A lot of people love the saddle, but it may show a little difference in how it's more prone to pinching the hip here because it doesn't have some of the features that Matthew's saddles has with TX5 saddles. Okay guys, so what I've done is I switched to a Arrow Hunter Kite. Fantastic saddle. People love these. I mean, this is a great saddle. But what I want you to do is focus in right here on where these bridge loops. It looks like it's the exact same construction, right? But watch right here as I lean into this. Watch how this starts pinching together a little bit. See, watch it. See, it's pulling up. This bottom piece is really pulling into that rope here. And if you notice there, now it'll relax and it's letting go. Okay, so it's actually pulling and pinching a lot more. And that's something that Matthew's found a way around here. We'll give you a better demonstration here. I think maybe a great analogy is to head out to a park and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you think about the concept of just a swing at your local playground, right? So if this was just a really flimsy nylon or a cloth material, from the chain down to where it's supporting my rear end, right? It's going to collapse and pinch up on me, and that's the way traditional saddles have been made. Matthew has found a way to, if you look at this, there's the hard, rigid seat that I'm sitting on. It's separated here, held out by this Y bracket, piece of steel here. Matthew's not using steel in his saddles, obviously, but it's really held out and helps support it, so it's not pinching up on me. I've got a full wide support. This seat comes up and it stays as wide as it is down here, is the same width as it is here, and so it's not pinching up on my hips right here where it comes up and connects to this chain. So you know, Matthew will reveal that later on, exactly how he's doing all of that. I've been asked to kind of until he works out everything and gets ready to reveal it to the public, to just kind of play with it and give him some feedback, and I'm doing that. But I've been authorized enough to tell you that this is kind of the concept, and it's really it's helping a lot. I've been putting several hours, I mean some 4 and 5 hour sits at a time during the rut in this thing since I got it, and really happy with it. So I know you will be too. I wanted to show you the concept of it's a little different, and it's going to really help out. So I think you'll really enjoy it. Okay guys, this is one of the innovations that Matthew Tompkins has added to the TX5 saddle that's really cool. Look how forward this lineman's belt loop is. He calls this design the Viper loop because it really sticks its head forward and kind of angles for it. What's really cool is when you're trying to find it at nighttime with a when you're looking for stuff and you got a heavy jacket on, this loop is so nice. In fact, we might go back and put a jacket on at some point and show you guys how much further, but you can see it sticks out so far on both sides. It's probably, like I said, I've used a lot of loops, and there's been some stiff ones, but they've been round and they're way back here. Look how, if this one starts here, it actually takes 7 folds to manufacture and make this loop. It's really cool how easy it is to stick on. So I want to point that out, that as far as the benefits of this saddle, one of the things that's really super cool about it is these Viper loops. One of the integral parts and prominent features of the saddle that's really handy. Let's talk about something else here real quick. I'll throw these 2 ropes here in my pouch. Matthew's bridge that he puts on here is, obviously you guys will recognize this is 8mm Sterling Oplux, and for the most part he usually ties a figure 8 in here and girth hitches it to the opposite bridge loop here. I asked him to leave mine openable. I hate stepping through a bridge. It's like a passion of mine. I hate stepping through a bridge. So what I do is I have a Fusion auto-opening, auto-locking carabiner, and he tied a scaffold knot on there, left room for me to stick my own carabiner in there, and now I can remove it and put it on there as I want to. But the cool thing is he has this adjustable bridge via this Amsteel loop here, and obviously you can do it by hand, but he's got a little tender built into that will literally, you can close it up as easy as you want to. It's a one-handed pull, and this is the rig I've been hunting with for probably 3 or 4 weeks now, and it holds super tight. But again, even with all the pressure and all the weight that I've put on this, it's super easy to pull and get it to go where you want to. So you can adjust it from as short as you want to you can adjust it to a super long bridge if you wanted to. But if you don't like an openable bridge, you can just literally pull it like this, get it out of the way, tuck that in somewhere if you wanted to, or whatever you want. But really nice feature as far as the adjustable bridge. Really like that. Lets us dial it in. But what I typically do is open it up and stick it back over here, and that's how, because that way when I'm done at the end of a hunt. And if you recognize, these are little Cobra sport buckles. They're Cobra buckles. They're rated, but they're really nice and easy to take off. So that's all I have to do to my saddle. I don't have to step through it. You've been at the end of a hunt and you got muddy boots on or whatever. Whether I've got muddy boots on or not, I hate stepping through a saddle. So that is really super nice to be able to just take your carabiner, go to that side, and clip on. Hey guys, when it comes to leg straps in the world of saddle hunting, it seems like about 75 to 80% of people don't like them at all. I'm actually a leg strap guy, believe it or not. I like them, and I actually like buckles on mine. This is an older kite, and I had them put Raptor buckles on this, and if you'll notice, the one thing I did not like about it is I love the security, I love the convenience of buckles, but they hit right around where you really don't you don't want them as much. Now, this is, all kites aren't made that way. That's just the way I ordered it. If it comes with buckles, that's the way it came. The neat thing about Matthew's saddle with TX5, Matthew found these really cool, small, tiny little Cobra buckles. And look at the difference of how these attach and where they hit you once you buckle them. So now, I could tighten that down a little bit, but still, the buckle's way up here, not kind of getting down where I don't want it to be. So now, Matthew does offer an option there with the buckles. You can put G-hooks on them, and I believe the whole saddle's $30 cheaper. Check with TX5. But I love the convenience of just being able to pull and click it in when I want to. So really super nice and convenient, and really not very obtrusive, and not a huge big buckle like I had. And I probably could have, maybe at the time, I don't even know if they had these out, but just want to show you that really cool little feature. Love that. Love being able to buckle and unbuckle my leg straps. I love being able to open and close my bridge like we talked about. You can see that Gabe's saddle is made just like mine. Gabe doesn't like stepping through a bridge any more than I do. So well, let's take a closer look at Gabe's. So basically it's a 3-panel design. You've got the top mesh, the bottom mesh, and rather than a pleat, this is one of the really cool things that Matthew does with his saddles. This is an elastic sewn in. There's no pleat whatsoever, none at all. Just an opening, and you'll see that once you put a little weight into it, it'll stretch and give a little bit, but you don't have to worry about that pleat just hanging out like some of the other saddles do, and has caused a lot of challenges with it just sagging and hanging open. Okay, so you can see here with this old design. Now, obviously, this is one of my older Arrow Hunter models that just basically the exact same thing as the Flex. And this is the reason why, admittedly, that Arrow Hunter has moved on and went to a different design. You know, I don't know if the Merlin does this yet or not, but I know the old Flex did. I've had a real Flex, and then this is a prototype that they built for us. So, but you can see it just stays open. It will not, when you come back, it won't close up. It just stays. That's the design that Matthew got around. It doesn't have a pleat anymore. It's just got that expandable elastic in it that you don't have to worry about a pleat opening and closing and folding. And you know, my experience over 2 or 3 years of hunting with that pleated design is once you get a few hunts under their belt, it just sags and stays open. And that's a whole lot better design there with the TX5. Well, hey guys, let's wrap this up with some closing thoughts. You know, I got Gabe here, the most important member of Stags in the Wild, the one that everyone loves seeing saddle hunt out of a tree. Yeah. You're having a blast this year, aren't you?
Yeah, it's fun. It's awesome, lightweight, not bulky on me.
And now you've got some gear that's made for you, right?
Yeah, especially made now that I'm more of a used saddle. It's a lot easier, and I just don't get tripped up or doesn't swallow me as much.
Cool, yeah. So if people are watching this, because we get all kinds of questions, you know, what size saddle or anything. Gabe's in an adult extra small. So if you go to the TX5 website, whenever that goes live, I'm not exactly sure if it's live right now or not, but reach out to Matthew. You'll want an extra small. That's what size he's made. So you know, TX5 saddles, I believe, start around $290, I believe, and then he's basically got an a la carte feature. You can add what you want to it. Just check the boxes. Let Matthew know. Do you want a fixed bridge? Most people do. Do you want an openable bridge like we prefer? We really like that feature, don't we?
Yeah.
And so anyway, we love our TX5 saddles, don't we, buddy?
Yeah, they're really nice.
So anyway, hopefully this video helped you. Any closing thoughts, buddy?
No, not that much.
Okay, we'll see you on the next one.